So people are starting to cancel their Netflix subscriptions over the new Michael Jackson documentary, and to be honest, I don't really blame them. This might be one of the worst time Netflix documentaries I've ever personally seen. Ever since they've released that new Michael Jackson biopic, the court of public opinion has completely changed towards Michael Jackson. He's gone from being Wacko Jacko into now becoming someone to be loved and desired and cherished as the greatest of all time again. And for some reason, Netflix decides that this was a perfect opportunity to now drop a documentary that's going to bring back the assumption that he was actually Wacko Jacko, literally reopening one of the most controversial celebrity cases in history. Fans are furious, critiques are divided, and people are really asking, why the hell did Netflix decide to do this right now? And the answer may be simpler than we actually think.
So apparently Netflix is losing subscribers, and there's a petition going around to have the Michael Jackson Verdict docuseries pulled from the streaming app. Just lock in for a second because this shit is about to get messy. Two main questions about this docuseries have been, is this documentary going to help us learn more about Michael Jackson's innocence? Or is this yet another hit piece to make people question whether he was actually innocent or not?
If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. It doesn't do much for you, but it does a lot for the channel, and I want to make a lot of more videos for you guys, especially if you are also Michael Jackson fans. Fans are crashing out because Michael Jackson was actually acquitted. And this was from back in 2005, where they found him not guilty on 10 felony accounts. Bearing in mind, he was getting investigated by, the FBI. He was getting investigated by some of the industry's best to find him guilty on child molestation, playing with a minor, and all sorts of egregious acts that we all know that Michael Jackson didn't do. And we got to remember that Michael Jackson was probably one of the most loved, if not the most loved celebrity of all time. When he was alive, he had practically 3/4 of the world as his fans. He had so many people loving him. So when these allegations were actually being thrown at him, it changed how everyone perceived the king of pop to be. He went from being a loving individual that everyone cared about into now becoming someone that was suspicious, hence the name Wacko Jacko. And we've heard the story 10,000 times already. This is just old information getting recycled time and time again. They tried it with the Neverland documentary, which had people split in the middle, whether he did it, whether he didn't, who knows. And they went out of their way to reignite the fire with this new documentary.
It doesn't seem to be leaning to one side or the other, but after the Michael movie came out, Michael's fan base has gotten even stronger, and people don't want to hear bad things about Michael or the things he was accused of in the past, especially because he was proven not guilty. But the real reason people are canceling their Netflix account right now is because Netflix has no problem talking about what Michael did, even though they're similar to what people are being accused of doing in those specific files. You know the files that I'm talking about. And Netflix has no problem running documentaries about Michael Jackson when they haven't even looked at these other individuals, and people are now upset and canceling their Netflix subscription. But let me know if you plan on canceling your Netflix subscription and what you guys think.
So I'm canceling my Netflix subscription. It's absolute garbage. Michael Jackson was found innocent. The kids that they used to go against him are now adults, and every single one of them, 100% of them, have now came forward and said that they paid off their parents. They paid off their parents to get them to say shit, and now they're saying none of that ever happened. Michael Jackson's music has went back to #1. His new documentary has soared and made a ton of money, and movies are doing nothing right now. They're doing garbage right now. And guess what, Netflix? You want to come out with this The Verdict garbage right now during Michael Jackson soaring again? You guys are garbage. I'm canceling the Netflix subscription, and I've been with you guys for 15 years. You're a BlackRock company now, which means I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm done with these BlackRock company stores. I'm over you, Netflix. I'm calling today, and I'm canceling my subscription. #1, you ain't got shit to watch anyway.
Now, rumors have it that some of the directors that were behind the Leaving Neverland documentary are actually behind this new one as well, which is actually a shame. They seem to have a vendetta against Michael Jackson, and people are actually starting to notice this pattern reoccur many time and time again. And it's getting to a point where people are starting to say that it doesn't really seem as if though these are documentaries anymore. They just seem like hit pieces designed to target Michael's legacy. This isn't just affecting Michael Jackson fans. In fact, a lot of people are already tired of Netflix and a lot of their antics already. You see that the subscriber base is always decreasing day by day because a lot of people are tired of spending, I believe it's like $27 per month now. They keep on increasing the prices every other day. And saying this though, when you have acts like this happening and shows like this coming out, it's not really going to help the cause, is it? With them rising the subscription cost, I believe it's costing up to $27 per month for you to watch Netflix. So imagine if you're paying for Netflix, you're paying for Amazon, you're paying for Hulu, all of these different types of subscriptions. People are sick and tired of it. And on top of that, you then go onto Netflix and you realize that you're just going to get fed the same BS that you could have just found on YouTube, or you just much rather just not see.
I was watching Netflix recently with family and someone said that Netflix doesn't have good shows anymore. I've been seeing a lot of people say this online and I actually agree with it. But what I think most people don't realize is that Netflix actually doesn't need good shows. They just need decent enough shows to keep you from canceling. Because contrary to popular belief, Netflix doesn't make money when you watch. They make money when you don't leave.
It's starting to raise the question that a lot of people have actually been asking, where is the morality when it comes to a lot of these corporations? They understand that rage baiting, it drives revenue. Once you see something that's a bit controversial, it rubs you off the wrong way, guess what you're gonna do? 9 times out of 10, you engage with it. And once you engage with it, you're still giving them your attention. You're still going to pay for the subscription. You're still going to give them the money. So all of the people in the boardroom, they're still laughing because their stock prices are rising whilst everyone else is literally just fuming at the bottom saying, what type of shows are these?
I missed the news. Why we canceling our Netflix subscriptions? What the fuck what they do to Michael Jackson? What the fuck I missed?
And unfortunately, with streaming becoming competitive each and every single day with a new subscription coming up and popping out of nowhere, it's starting to make a lot of sense for these companies to do so, because guess what's going to happen? We're going to have a lot of the internet get outraged, make videos like what I'm doing right now. And funny enough, even though we're telling you guys not to watch it, 9 times out of 10, you're still going to get someone out there that's going to be like, oh, let me actually go and watch it and see what's going on, because people are talking about it. So whether you agree or disagree, the controversy and the outrage, unfortunately, it does actually work. That outrage is profitable. The angrier people get, the more clips spread on TikTok, Twitter, any platform that you could think of, it's only driving engagement towards their platform. And especially in today's economy where attention is everything. But like I mentioned, it's starting to backfire for a lot of these companies, with Netflix really spearheading this downfall. Even though the culture around Michael Jackson has changed and a lot of people are not really happy with what they've actually done when it comes to Michael Jackson releasing this new documentary, the question is Netflix going to actually be significantly hurt from this or not? And to be honest, we've heard it time and time again. People threaten to cancel the subscriptions. Even if you use, you know, their money saving apps where you're actually auditing where your finances are going to, they always recommend the first thing you need to do is to make sure you're canceling all your subscription, things like that. People write it down as their New Year's resolution. But did they actually make the change? No. And similar to how Spotify dominates within the music industry, within streaming, Netflix is the king. Let's be real. So no matter how much competition they actually have, they have the strongest library and the strongest consumer base as well. So hypothetically, even though people are saying that they're going to cancel, etc., I actually think that a lot of people are going to renew that subscription as soon as there's a new show to basically watch. Like I was watching The Nemesis, for example. I know I shouldn't even be shouting at Netflix, right? But I was watching Nemesis the other day, and I can't lie to you, that was one of the best TV shows that I had personally actually seen from Netflix in a very long period of time. But it made me keep my subscription for a longer period of time as well, because I'm thinking, okay, cool. If I got a nice show, I've watched that nice show, are there any more? Then you go down the rabbit hole and you keep on seeing the mid ones and things like that. But they got you at that point. That's how the entire subscription model actually works. So the reality is people hate Netflix, but they're still going to watch Netflix. So at this point, the real question isn't whether Netflix should release controversial documentaries or not. The real question is, has attention and also rage baiting actually become the prime product? Because every major platform is starting to capitalize on this fact. Anger spreads way faster than any praise. And whether this documentary succeeds or whether it backfires, Netflix has already won the race.